In this video, I will discuss my transition from a college for students with disabilities to a mainstream college, what things I thought about, and what sort of things I did not think about. I will discuss what students need to consider in order to have a successful college life. Just very briefly, I had grown up when specialized educational establishments were the only option. Mainstream schools were not geared up for students with disabilities. I attended specialized establishments until I was 20 years old. What do people need to think about? The first thing that needs to be identified is whether the college can cater with the individual student's needs. How can someone achieve that? Before attending an interview at a college, think about the needs of the student and identify the 5 top priority areas. After identifying the areas, work out what questions which need to be asked. In my case, I was in the middle of an advanced course and due to personal circumstances, I decided to go to my local mainstream college. So my parents contacted the college and arranged for me to have 2 meetings. One with the Learning Support Department and the one with the lecturer. Both meetings went well. I could have the help that I needed. I left it with them to sort everything out. It is important that the college is clear as to how they can support the students' individual needs. I identified things which would give me difficulties, and these were needing extra time to complete my assignments, having the assignments and my work on computer, rather than on paper, and having the right help from my study support assistant to complete my work. Plus I had other things to consider, like who will help me at lunchtime and with other personal tasks. So the student's needs during the day should be considered. Before the student starts college, it is a good idea for them to check if the equipment is in the process of being ordered and set up. The student ideally needs to be able to join in from day one. For me, one of the tasks the college needed to do is to set up 2 computers for me to use. In those days, I used an on-screen keyboard with a switch. On my first day, I had got to my computer class and discovered my software had not been set up on a computer yet. I spoke to the technical support and they assured me they were on the case. Even though I attended the class, I could not do anything. I know it would be very easy for people to lose their cool, but talking from experience, it is much more productive if people stay calm and gently push them into sorting things out. If people lose their cool, the staff are less responsive to the student's requirements. Whereas, if the student remains calm, they are more likely to have a positive outcome. For instance, I remained calm and eventually they sorted everything out. After that, whenever we passed each other, they asked how everything was going. If I had another issue, I knew I could go to them and they would have been happy to help solve it. I think I was the first student the college had who had severe disabilities, so it was a steep learning curve for them. I had learned not to assume everything would get done even though people had said they would get the things done. Although I trust people when they say they will do something, it is easier to check on their progress, rather than sorting out the mistakes after. I think checking progress is okay, depending if you do it in the right way. If you come across if you are merely wanting to check how things are going so you are taking away the human aspect, I think this is less about blame. So, if I was to start at college again, I would communicate with the college as to what process they have made. Also, I think, by taking responsibility to sorting things out, this conveys the student's commitment to their education.